welcome Zeds and Allens to another edition of Zombies2Aliens, podcast number 5 we're rocking out now, number 5. In case you guys lost count, damn it. So with me, as always, let's go first to our costume avenger today from the pages of Fallout 3. Mr. Onesto Stubbs, also known as Galaxoid.
New Vegas. We're currently in Vegas, so seems appropriate. It's a little wastelandy outside right now.
Nice. Can I ask as to why you wanted to dress up today?
What are you talking about? This is what I wear every day.
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a lot
that's
of
right.
there's a lot of death clouds out there, Pete. We're near Sloan, so come on.
Come on, super mutants.
You're one of the few geek strippers. You dress up as geek costumes in pop culture and strip.
Yes, actually, there's a good industry for that here. In fact, I made $1 doing it the other day. So, that's a landmark.
You're on the ticket.
Yep. Now I'm on the trolley.
Yeah, that's it. All right. So next to him, taking a break from the axe today, because he was doing a lot of axing around last night, Mr. Tony, also known as Mr. Kirk 80s.
How's it going? My hands and wrists are on fire after last night.
Yes, I can imagine so.
A lot of cutting trees, it was an actual axe.
Oh, you're a lumberjack.
I am.
Yeah.
Are you okay though?
I'm fine.
You're a lumberjack and you're okay?
Yeah, my back is a little thrown from all the 6-string, and it's a 6-string axe. Yeah. It's just an axe that has 6 strings.
Well,
Nice.
if I ever go on some type of, long journey, I'll know who to ask for an axe.
Absolutely.
Exactly. All right. Then after Mr. Tony, we have Mr. Ty Denubus, also known as Tyler, creator of Zed and Allen, if you are liking those tweets, and on Tumblr, those comic strips, is Mr. Tyler Scott's creation.
Pictures.
I wanted to ask, what was kind of your, how'd you come up with the personalities for Zed and Allen?
They're pretty much just me.
Oh, okay.
Alan's slightly more reasonable me, and Zed is selfish child me.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I really like Zed a lot, actually.
Yeah, I love Zed. I love the fact that I thought Zed probably was the zombie, but it's the alien. I love that. For some reason, I think that's rad.
I reversed it because I figured a zombie wouldn't be called Zed; he would have a human name.
Ah, very nice, very nice. Did not think of that. Okay, then last but not least is Miss Valicious, also known as Val.
Howdy, everybody.
Yes. Alright, so we start each podcast with a shout out to new followers in a segment we like to call Follow Me.
Follow me.
Alright, so I'm going to put that contest to rest that we never did. So for those things in pop culture that I used for the follow section, it's Wizard of Oz, Peter Pan, and then also a little anime called Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad. Is basically an anime about a rock band. Anyways, if you were curious.
Huh.
Two of those I would not have gotten.
Yes.
Yeah. I had the first two, I just could not figure out the last one.
Nice. Yes, it's not that well known anime, although it did get an English dub, so it might be on Cartoon Network one of these days.
Cool.
Alright, so for our new followers, I actually want to start out by saying a special shout out to, apparently we have YouTube subscribers. A lot of those subscribers are private, but 2 of them are not, so we're going to give shout outs to those guys. Our first new subscriber on YouTube is called I Love Jax Teller, which Jax Teller is the guy on Sons of Anarchy. Now, we never talked about Sons of Anarchy, so I don't know why he is following us, but thanks anyways.
Is Jack Teller Charlie Hunnam?
Yes, I think so. I haven't watched the series. I put it on my Netflix. I was gonna watch it from start to finish.
Don't make it sound like we don't appreciate his following, though. We
We appreciate your following.
Really appreciate it. I love me some Charlie Hunnam. He was sexy in, Pacific Rim.
Yes. Yes, he was.
I don't know. I was more partial to the sea monsters.
Yeah, to the Gaijus, yeah, of course. And their large members. Anyways, so our next subscriber on YouTube, his name is Jacob Talley. So thank you, Jacob, for following us on YouTube, especially because we have a lot that on YouTube. We have all our gameplay videos, and Delicious just posted her video of playing an old game with a silly voice, which I hope is a series that's going to continue. You think
Sure,
you're up to do more of Minecraft or other video games, do you think, Val?
I think I want to do more video games, ones that everyone knows, but find something new and different about it, I guess. Like, I want to do one with World of Warcraft, because I know everyone and their mother has played World of Warcraft, but just for the 2 people out there who haven't played, you and me, Pete.
Me.
Yeah, I haven't played. Tony hasn't played either.
So, they'll be short and sweet, so it won't be super long or anything, just me discovering what the game is about and everything, and just to make it not so boring.
Yeah, but hilarious results.
Modulation on. Yes.
Alright.
So it will be a thing.
Good. Well, let's get to our question then. I'll start with you, Val. Other than Minecraft, what have you been playing?
Lately, I have been playing World of Warcraft. I'm just kind of getting into it. Everyone's like way high level, and there's people like running around with all kinds of crazy gear on and everything, and it is so awesome, And I feel like there's a lot more to do than any other MMO I've played recently, so we'll see how that goes. And I've been playing Sims 2. I've been watching a lot of people play The Sims 4, which came out, I want to say 4 days ago, something like that. And it looks so good. It's basically the Sims 2 reboot, so I like Sims 2 a lot. Sims 3 was utter horseshit, so... and the last thing I want to add is, I forget if it's If Only or Only If, but it's like an indie game on the Steam, and it's a first-person puzzle thing. I don't know. There's some part where you have to swim to the surface of a pond and not get shot, and I managed to get out of the pond, and I guess but I went the wrong way, and I got stuck, so I stopped playing. But it looks very interesting, so it's free, so check it out.
It's free on Steam?
Yes.
Yeah, the name sounds familiar. I can't remember what the gameplay was like, though. Sweet. Okay, let's take it over to Onesto Stubbs, since he's probably baking in his costume. Worst idea ever, but...
I think it's genius, but whatever.
I
what have
feel
I been
safe.
playing? You know what? I'm gonna leave minimum to Peter because I believe he started playing that. But I've actually been playing some mods for Gary's mod. Andre, my son, he had a 12th birthday party, and for some reason we couldn't find the damn button to change Gmod into the total conversion. It's at the bottom right next to the mount button. So we couldn't play Stop at Slender and Ultimate Chimera Hunt. But the very next day we got Stop at Slender. We're like, oh, there's the button. So we got Stop at Slender to work, and it was actually pretty good. If you've never played it. What's that?
Careful where you point that thing.
Oh, sorry. But, and if you've never...
down what is a Chimera Hunt, for those who haven't played it.
Well, it's just a game mode where one person's a chimera. It's based off a level in Mother 3 for the Super Nintendo or the Famicom, and I've never played that. But it's just a whole bunch of a whole other team trying to press the button on the back of a chimera, which is like a boss monster that can bite and stuff like that. It's all right, Andre loves it because it's kind of in that curvy, cutesy vein. Stop at Slender actually is good. The whole Slender thing is big, and people are into it. But Stop It Slender, some of the effects in it work out perfectly to where, it's either Slender's either a bot or a random person in the match. So it's like you versus 3 other people or however many are in there, and it just sometimes the cinematics work out perfectly where you turn around and you see Slender there and Val falls down dead. And you're like, oh my god, and you start running. It works out really good. So.
Sounds freaking creepy.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, and I just want to point out in the background there, you have a Master Chief with a little cookie sandwich, what looks like a normal sandwich, and he's having a good old picnic. I thought that was pretty hilarious.
There's actually a peanut butter jelly sandwich, but we got rid of it because it got hard and it was Play-Doh.
Good to know. Good to know. Alright, next, Mr. Tony, Mr. Kirk80s, what have you been playing, sir?
I've been addicted to this video game. Me and Tessie have been playing Blur for the PS3. That game is
that's
so
a racing game, huh?
fun. That is, yeah. So I was actually just talking to her about this today. I find it so funny that we just very recently, within the last maybe month, have really gotten into it when we've had this video game for at least 3 years. It's just been sitting there, and we never really, because I hadn't heard of it, and so I didn't really know too much about it. To actually want it, that's how we came to own it, and so we popped it in, and it's so awesome, man. It's talk about Mario Kart, but on steroids. It's really fun.
What system are you playing that on?
That's the PS3.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really kind of disappointed in the fact that there is no sequel. Apparently, the company who developed it got sold or bought out or shut down or whatever. There was plans for a sequel, and I would have really liked to have seen what that would have looked like. Because for the next gen, I bet it would have been beautiful. It's a great fun game. It's so fun.
And it's 4-player split screen, right? Per
Yeah.
couch.
So they do everything right in this game. They do the 4-player couch co-op. They do the career mode. Is really cool. And it's there's a lot of replay value for sure. And they also have the online play. I think one thing I would have liked more is co-op online. That would have been cool. But it's still a really fun game. So
Nice.
yes.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. That's one of those old games that you miss up and then you hear it's good and you want to play it again.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I knew it was coming out, but I didn't think it was going to be such a big thing. But I guess it's alright game.
Yeah, no, it definitely is fun. And everybody knows I'm a big fan of co-op games, and this is one. So there's not many racing games.
That
at
are
least
co-op.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah, I want to tell everyone about a little site called CoolOptimist.com.
Yes.
If you have any questions on what game is co-op or not, go on to CoolOptimist.com and it'll let you know. Yeah, Blur is one of those games where it's not co-op online.
Trey, you were gonna say something?
No, I'm just I was agreeing with you. The 4-player split screen is so rare nowadays that Blur doing it's outstanding.
Yeah,
and it is fun.
It's a feat too. It is a feat because the issue with co-oping with racing games is the rendering. So having 4 people having the resolution and the rendering working flawlessly is pretty an achievement, pretty much an achievement. So that's cool.
Well, you know what?
Props to them.
That's actually a good segue to what I've been playing, and I'll just say it real fast.
All right.
You know what does that really good is a little game called Mario Kart 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, not dissing on Blur or anything, but Mario Kart. Oh, God.
That takes the cake. I played it. Yes.
Takes the cake. Alright. Mr. Tyler, sir, what have you been playing recently?
Just been doing a little Minecraft, a lot of TF2, and I'll wait to. Are you going to talk about Minimum?
No, you can. Did you get that too?
Yeah, Trey very generously gifted me a copy, and I had a chance to install it and try it out last night, just for about an hour, and I really like it. It's fun. It reminds me a lot. It's a third-person shooter with a really kind of stylistic, blocky visual aesthetic going on, and the main mode, the Titan mode, reminds me kind of it makes me think of Dota, just in how you have, except for I'm okay at it. I know how to play it because I know how to play shooters, and
So that's kind of difficult.
but yeah, and so you just like how you purchase upgrades during the game, and if you die, you lose your weapon upgrades, and yeah, it's a fun little thing. I mean, there was some kind of bullshit with guys on the enemy team who had super upgraded dual katanas and were just flying around the map killing everybody.
Oh yeah, almost as bad as a knife witch in Call of Duty, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little game. I guess it's still in pre-release right now. It's not finished.
Yeah, it's not finished yet.
Mm.
When I
Yeah.
first heard about it, I thought Titan mode was going to be basically like Titanfall, where
Mhm.
one player would get into a Titan. But now that I played it, it's definitely its own thing, and it's pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Tyler, what is your favorite Titan so far?
Alright.
What is your favorite Titan? You played the Titan version, the Titan game mode. Do you have a favorite Titan yet that you've seen?
No, I only played on like 2 different maps. The samurai ones were pretty cool. I like the finishing animation on those guys.
I love the Sumo Titan. Oh man, he's so hilarious. The game mode, the map is the Sumo Titan versus the Samurai Titan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's cool.
I have one request. Could you just nod your head again, Trey? Because that was hilarious. That's funny. Okay, so to kind of pacing up the show here, because we got a lot to go through, we're going to skip our "What are you watching?" question, unless someone has to get something off their back that they've been watching something and everyone else should watch it.
Trey and I have been watching Lost.
Oh,
Oh,
finally.
wait, hold
That's
on.
important.
Don't get
We can't
Tony
skip
talking
this.
about Lost.
That's amazing.
Hours.
Well, yeah, Peter's right, so I'm not going to get on the tangent. But if you don't mind me asking, what season are you guys on?
We're still in the first one. We're very slowly, but
Oh man, you are
Yeah.
in for a hell of a ride. Damn. Prepare to like not go outside your houses for at least the next 2 months.
Yeah, you know what? I need to rewatch it because I don't think I saw every episode when it aired on TV, so I need to rewatch it on Netflix.
There was binging moments where me and Tessie would just like watch it for 4 hours, just like half a season, just straight. It was crazy. It's worth it.
Nice.
I own a.
You start
own
at
a-
daylight, you go outside, it's nighttime. Like, oh
Yeah.
I wish there was a way we could all watch it together and just
Oh, you
like
know
have running
what?
commentary, you know.
Like the Xbox used to have that feature for
remember
Netflix.
Yeah, I love that. I don't know why they got rid of that and 1 versus 100. Those were like the best things.
Those are the best things ever.
Mhm.
Ah, damn it, Microsoft. Get on that.
No kidding.
Alright, so that's a good segue into, basically this is going to be an all video game episode. So our main discussion today is favorite video game memories, and we'll go ahead and start with Mr. Kirk 80s, Mr. Tony, put him on the spot. What is your favorite video game memory that you hold dear from either your childhood or just recently?
Well, I'm not so sure if it's favorite, but definitely one that is up there in the top 5. I remember when I had the PS2 and we were first moving into San Diego. I didn't know many people, so I would just play my games a lot. And one time I remember I rented Grand Theft Auto Vice City for the funsies because I didn't really know what it was. Didn't have really internet to check out the ratings. So I got it, and then, of course, 12 or 11-year-old me was immediately hooked. And here's the thing, though, right? So I rented it from Blockbuster. For those of you who don't know, that's a place where you used to be able to rent video games and movies. Kind of like Netflix, but brick and mortar stores.
Blockbuster.
That's a very old-fashioned sentence.
Yeah. So anyway, I would rent it, and the duration was, I think, 1 or 2 weeks per rent. And so rent it, take it to the Blockbuster, and not even put it back on the shelf. Just immediately go up to the counter and be like, I want to rent this again. And I did this for like at least a month and a half straight.
Nice.
And
that's why Blockbuster went bankrupt.
exactly, because little people like me just keep renting over and over again and not letting other people take advantage of it. But here's where the memory kicks in, though. I remember doing this, but I also remember I didn't have a memory card then. So after every time I would turn off the system, I would have to restart, and I would be like upset, of course. But at the same time, I was like, well, I mean, this is so fun. I get to just like I know what I'm doing, and I can like perfect the first 3 missions or whatever. Yeah, eventually, like after like 2 months, I got myself a memory card, and then I was so happy because I could actually open the dang bridge.
Now. Yeah.
I could go to the other lands.
Oh man.
That's a memory I have right there.
I hope there was rumors back when GTA 5 was coming out that they'd have DLC for the online aspect of the game, where they would add in the other cities like Vice City and Liberty City. I don't know if that's true anymore, but God, I hope they do that just for Vice City, because there's a lot of memories I had just playing Vice City. That's a good one. Good one. All right. Okay, Mr. Onesto Subs, we'll just go down the line. You think you can top that video game memory?
Not top it, but like I said before we went live, the one game memory that kind of sticks out to me is actually like playing with the old man, playing with the old man, different games, and the one that stuck out with me recently because we were playing. I was playing Tomorrow War recently, was going back to Super Wing Commander. It's called Super Wing Commander because I only had a Super Nintendo at the time, so we were playing on that, and actually played pretty good on the Super Nintendo. And I remember getting into it and going to the old man saying, "Hey, you want to play this? You used to be in pilot training, in the Navy. Maybe you can show me what to do." So he actually played it with me, and after a while he's like, "You know what? I'm getting too dizzy. I can't play this anymore." And I don't know if he was, he thought it was just a bad game and he was just being nice. But in retrospect, that was, that was the last time I've actually played with him, like, on a console. So after that, his eyes were too bad and his coordination isn't as good as the kids. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, in those sick-ass graphics, too, the so realistic graphics on Super Wing Commander.
The Mode 7 graphics. Oh, hell yeah.
I remember if you pulled too many G-Force on Wing Commander, you'd black out.
Oh, really? Was that? Well, not in Super Wing Commander.
No, that was...
Probably Wing Commander 3. I don't know. I don't recall, but yeah.
That was another flight simulator game you were showing me. I forget what that one was called, but yeah. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Mr. Tyler, what is your favorite video game memory of working memory?
Wait, Andre, can I eat these?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
I say yes, Val. Yes.
That's kind of a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to go with playing Morrowind for the first time.
Okay.
I didn't know what it was. We actually got it as like just kind of a spare game that came with a video card. It came with like Ghost Recon and Morrowind, and
That's a good combo, actually.
yeah. So I just popped it in and installed it and started playing, and it was like the first open world game I had played like Morrowind. I think I probably played Grand Theft Auto games before that, but it really stuck with me just how strange and open and huge the world was. And then when I was leaving the first village for the first time, Sedanin or whatever it's called, and then the wizard I don't know if that was outside the first village, but anyways, if you've played Morrowind, you probably know about the wizard who falls out of the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Hits the ground in front of you, and he's wearing the shoes that let you jump like several miles at a time, but if you don't have like a spell or something, you'll just die from the impact when you land. But anyway, yeah, so that's my memory.
Like, yeah, I'm jumping, legs broken.
It was pretty cool.
I can hear his scream now, even.
Oh, yeah.
It scared the crap out of me the first time it happened.
Oh, not red versus blue. Stormtroopers, sorry. Red and blue. Yeah, I remember you were a big fan of Morrowind, and not to diss anyone who's just getting to Elder Scrolls with Skyrim or even Elder Scrolls Online, but you're a big Elder Scrolls guy. I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think there's like some posers that are like just got into it in like Skyrim?
Oh no, I don't care when you got in. If you have fun with the games, that's
You're-
great.
yeah.
I mean, I would
Scrolls.
certainly like for some things to kind of go back to the way they were at the time of Morrowind, but I understand that they want to make it more accessible and keep things a little more
Right.
European looking,
Right,
not
'cause
so
it was
exotic.
kind of a hardcore RPG with Morrowind.
Yeah, well, yeah, and some of the design choices were just bad, but some of the little details and everything made that game really special.
Would you ever play Elder Scrolls Online?
Oh no.
Okay.
No, you can't ask a true
next
lore fan that.
Alright.
No.
Okay, Miss Valicious, what have you been playing, good madam? Oh, what? No, sorry. Wrong question. We already did that one. What's your favorite video game memory? There you go.
Hopefully, my dad doesn't listen to this because I might get in trouble. But my favorite video game memory is getting home after school. This is like middle school time, and sneaking into his room, booting up the computer, which was his computer, and I wasn't supposed to touch it. But booting it up and playing Tyrion and Jazz Jackrabbit and Myst and all kinds of video games. And I was just like, this is the coolest shit ever. That was
Wow.
when I started really getting into computer games, because before then it had been mostly, consoles, which, is cool and all, but just the different things you could do with a computer blew my mind. But the thing is, I had to make sure that I kept an eye on the time and my ear towards the door so I could boot everything down before he got home. So, and the thing was, he locked his bedroom door. So
Oh, man.
I'd have to explain how I got in the bedroom, for number one. Number two, what am I doing on the computer, and do I even know what I'm doing on the computer? But yeah, I think that's one of my best memories. Just this forbidden thing. Like, I could see it now. It has like a halo around it and everything. The computer sitting on my dad's desk, and I'm just like, I want to use it. I want a computer. And sure enough, first thing I bought after cable, when I moved into my own place, was a computer. So,
PC Master Race from the get-go.
oh yeah.
So the great lengths at what girls go do for gaming, we guys will never understand.
Wise words.
I know, because no one gives no one bats their eyes at, a guy, having a computer in his room and stuff like that. But for a girl and not using it for, like, following teen celebrity blogs and stuff like that, it's, like, unheard of. At least, I knew no one else who was into that sort of thing like I was, And if I did bring it up, it was always like, man, you sure act white. I'm like, what is that,
geez.
And so it's like I felt kind of ashamed of it, but at the same time, it was like my only joy in life, I felt so ostracized because I loved computer games and stuff, and I'd get really excited about them, but no one else was. So just having that private time for me to enjoy my computer games, hopefully not get my ass whooped by my dad when he got home, but that was like a great time. That the possibilities were just like endless. I could do so much with this computer, and I love it, So that's my video game memory. It wasn't even really a video game, but whenever I see a picture of Myst or Jazz Jackrabbit or any of those like
Take you back.
pre-installed games, it takes me back. And seeing my son kind of doing the same thing on his computer, figuring out how to change things and stuff like that, it makes me feel good.
Nice. Never be ashamed of your gamerness.
Being a gamer, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I'll start with Miss Valicious. I have memories with everybody from Zombies2Aliens. Individually, I have separate memories. that I hold fondly. With Miss Velicious, we were playing Battlefield 1942. I was, God, how old was I? Maybe 13, 14, something like that.
Dear God, was it that long ago?
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
something like that. And Mr. Ernesto Stubbs was, of course, hosting the game. It was on Omaha Beach. We had to storm the beaches of Normandy. Trey's always doing his own thing on Battlefield, or he might have even been on the opposite team.
That sounds
Anyways,
about right.
he wasn't there. It was me and Val. This was the first time Val was playing Battlefield 1942, and so we're about to go up this hill, and there's enemy soldiers like right above the hill that we're supposed to go to, and I'm trying to take her under my wing and make her safe and everything. So I'm like, Val, we gotta take this capture point. Right, it's right up here. There's a couple enemies. Don't worry, we'll be fine. And just like in Saving Private Ryan, I got up from the crouched position and died instantly from a bullet wound to the head.
Right in front of me. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Traumatizing.
Yeah, it's the
Very.
most traumatic experience for video gaming for I think both. Yeah.
I was like, Peter, no!
And the great thing about Peter when he plays Battlefield is he'll make sound effects, so he'll be like,
Are you okay?
Oh god, I'm dead. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's my favorite memory with Miss Felicious. So next, I'll just go down the line. Next with Miss Tyler. Sorry.
No worries.
Soon to be his wife.
Never mind. With Mr. Tyler, rather. It's not really video game related, though we were playing video games. But we played a lot of Halo in this old house of mine. We had a bonus room, an actual just spare room where it pretty much became my gaming lounge. And in this gaming lounge, while we were playing Halo, I had these they're plastic lawn chairs almost. And then for some reason, these lawn chairs, I still don't know why to this day, they have a little hole right where the butt goes. And Tyler goes, "What? Is that for pooping or something?"
That's what it was for, though. I mean, what's the joke?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
There's a little hole in a chair, just like when Homer makes that recliner.
Okay, yeah, I remember those. I was like, I don't recall this. Now I remember. The chairs with the poop holes.
Yeah, it's like, I never leave this lounge, Tyler. Welcome to it.
Far superior to the poop sock.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to know.
But yeah, we mostly played.
Hey, Val, if you're playing WoW, you need to know what a poop sock is.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You can't leave your position.
Is that what Cartman did in the South Park? Or didn't he just shit all over his mom?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a bucket or
that's
something.
Oh God.
But do you remember any video game that we played in that room that you want to talk about, Tyler?
Oh gosh, Bounty Hunter.
Oh, Bounty
We had
Hunter.
a sleepover or something, and we just beat the whole game.
Yes.
That was so much fun.
Oh,
We
that's...
did a lot of GameCube stuff up there.
Bounty Hunter and Rogue Squadron were the best Star Wars games of all time, I think. Just because Bounty Hunter had such a good storyline.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter was fun.
Alright, let's go to Mr. Fallout New Vegas, Mr. Ernesto Stubbs. So, Ernesto Stubbs, of course, is my brother. He is my Galaxoid to my Nebular. My favorite video game memory with Mr. Ernesto Stubbs is back in the old 16-bit days with the Super Nintendo. There's two games that we rented. We didn't even own them. We rented from Tony's Blockbuster, this thing called Blockbuster. And
There was
those
only
two
one.
yeah, no, there was only one. In
It was
existence.
Tony's.
Yeah.
He worked there.
Well, because he rented that game all the time, he thought he might as well own the place.
I own like 50% of the Blockbuster shares.
Yeah, nice. How you doing now? Not too well, huh?
Not too well. Not a wise business decision.
They're gonna
11-year-old.
pan out eventually.
Alright, and, so those two games that we rented were Ren and Stimpy and Toy Story. And like when me and Trey play a game, just similar how I like do my sound effects for Battlefield 1942. When me and Trey play a game, we really get into it and we really get into the characters. I remember in Toy Story, there's a scene where he had to sneak around into Pizza Planet as the cup and the hamburger, and then when you would crouch or move, maybe it was move up. I forget. Either one, but you would flap your hamburger box like you were talking, like they did in the movie, point your straw. So we would have whole conversations sneaking around.
Oh God, I wish I could remember this. The Super Nintendo.
God damn it. Were you just drunk all the time in our childhood?
Brain cells, I guess, are lost.
And
It
then,
was a side scroller though, wasn't it?
yeah, side scroller. Those side scrollers, the co-op ones, are the best ones. Like, we also played Ren and Stimpy. And in Ren and Stimpy, you could hit each other, because, you know, it's Ren and Stimpy. So we'd be slapping each other back and forth. And Trey actually did a good Ren impression. You think you can do it now with your mask?
Okay, I'll try. Geez, okay. What about I think of? Oh yeah, oh. Hello, sir. I was wondering if you would like to buy some rubber meat.
I think that's great.
That's good.
It's a sophisticated one.
I think there was a Rebel nipple level to that game, too.
So, I've been going back and watching a lot of the old 90s Nicktoons, and Ren and Stimpy's one of them which I've been watching. My god, man, like, watching those, like, with this mentality I have now, like, what the hell?
What were we watching?
Yeah. Like, they got away with so much. Like,
Oh, yes, they did.
It's ridiculous how everything's politicized now. You have to be, like, so careful of what you say on TV, and then it was just like, yeah, so the new owner of Ren and Stimpy who adopted them died, and the butler killed her, and like that was okay. I was like, what the hell?
What the heck? Okay, so last but not least, my favorite video game memory with Mr. Tony here is our significant others were doing something where we had to kill some time with just me and him. And we were playing, actually, I am now. I play Call of Duty a lot now. I didn't really used to, especially like the new ones. But we were playing Call of Duty Black Ops, and I guess it must have been like 3 hours or something, but it felt like 2 minutes.
Dang.
It was just how much we got into the game. And another fun fact about Tony, if you don't mind me sharing, is Mr. Tony is colorblind. So I had to get used to the colorblind mode on Black Ops. So I was like, who the hell do I shoot? Shit, is blue? I have to shoot blue? What the hell?
Yeah, that was messing me up a couple days ago when I popped in Battlefield 4. I'm like, god damn it, there's no colorblind mode. And then I found it. No, I found it. It took me a while, but.
Oh no. Yeah, every game should have that.
It should. It really should.
So that was my favorite memory.
Was this at my place or?
It was at your place, sir. Yes.
I have a vague memory, recollection.
Everybody's having hard times remembering.
My brother doesn't even remember playing video games with me, so you're
Peter's
fine.
Peter's just making everything up. There was no such thing as a poop chair. Tyler's just.
Yeah, but
I think that's the thing about memories. You know, something so small to one person means so much to another one.
Yeah.
You know, so you know that's why we all should be careful how we interact with other people because you really don't know what's gonna stick in their craw. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go. That is today's Zombie2Aliens moral.
Yes, it is.
Try
We
not to
get
get
deep
caught.
up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't call your friend a fuckface because they might actually think it's true.
Ah!
Oh God!
Ah.
Don't
Ooh.
shoot. Don't focus on the head. All right. So that's pretty much it for Zombies2Aliens. Does anyone have one last thing they want to say?
Groundskeeper Willie, I or die. Go watch that.
Nice, nice. And if you need a geek stripper, call Mr. Trey.
Mm-hmm.
Which you only charge $1?
Bottle caps.
If you can't afford
Bottle
a dollar,
caps. There you
also
go.
caps, preferably Nuka-Cola.
Oh, yeah, Nuka. They actually make Nuka-Cola, I think, or something.
Really?
I saw that somewhere. And a
Well,
glove.
they have recipes online and stuff like that. Also, I just started watching this YouTube guy. I forgot his name already. But he makes like a lot of food and stuff from video games, so it's pretty cool.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
He made a desert salad from Fallout 3 or Fallout series, and I was just like, ugh. But hey, if someone says it's good, then whatever.
How does he get a hold of radiated downloads?
I don't know.
How much?
First, you'll put your cactus in the radiation.
Yeah. That's awesome. Alright, so that's gonna be it for Zombies2Aliens. Remember, here we like you for your delicious brains. Thank you. Ah, very nice, very nice. Did not think of that. Okay, then last but not least is Miss Delicious, also known as Val.
Howdy, everybody.
Yes, yes. Alright, so we start each podcast with a shout out to new followers and a segment we like to call Follow Me.
Follow me.
Alright, so I'm going to put that contest to rest that we never did. So for those things in pop culture that I used for the follow section, it's Wizard of Oz, Peter Pan, and then also a little axe today, because he was doing a lot of axing around last night, Mr. Tony, also known as Mr. Kirk 80s.
How's it going? My hands and wrists are on fire after last night.
Yes, I can imagine so.
A lot of cutting trees. You know, it was an actual axe.
Oh, you're a lumberjack.
I am.
Yeah.
Are you okay though?
I'm fine.
You're a
My
lumberjack
back,
and you're okay?
yeah, my back is a little thrown from all the 6-string, and it's a 6-string axe. Yeah, it's just an axe that has 6 strings.
Well,
Nice.
if I ever go on some type of, long journey, I'll know who to ask for an axe.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Alright. Then after Mr. Tony.
Seems appropriate. It's a little wastelandy outside right now.
Nice. Can I ask as to why you wanted to dress up today?
What are you talking about? This is what I wear every day.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
a lot
that's
of
right.
there's a lot of death clouds out there, Pete. We're near Sloan, so come on.
Come on,
You're
super
the-
mutants.
You're one of the few geek strippers. You dress up as geek costumes in pop culture and strip.
Yes, actually, there's a good industry for that here. In fact, I made $1 doing it the other day. So, that's
Hot
a
damn.
landmark.
You're on the ticket.
Yep. Now I'm on the trolley.
Yeah, that's it. Alright. So, next to him, taking a break from the act. Alright, welcome Zeds and Allens to another edition of Zombies2Aliens, podcast number 5 we're rocking out now, number 5. In case you guys lost count, damn it. So with me, as always, let's go first to our costume avenger today from the pages of Fallout 3. Mr. Onesto Stubbs, also known as Galaxoid.
The New Vegas. We're currently in Vegas, so
We have Mr. Ty Denubus, also known as Tyler, creator of Zed and Alan, if you are liking those tweets, and on Tumblr, those comic strips, is Mr. Tyler Scott's creation.
Pictures.
I wanted to ask, what was kind of your, how'd you come up with the personalities for Zed and Alan?
They're pretty much just me.
Oh, okay.
Alan's slightly more reasonable me, and Zed is selfish child me.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I really like Zed a lot, actually.
yeah, I love Zed. I love the fact that I thought Zed probably was the zombie, but it's the alien. I love that. For some reason, I think that's red.
I reversed it because I figured a zombie wouldn't be called Zed; he would have a human name.